Take a good look at the camera. Hi, this is Mama. I'm at Grandmaster J in Louisiana. Not Louisville, I'm sorry, Louisiana.
By way of Willie D. The new Black Panther Party pull up on Mississippi. In Cleveland, Mississippi, they are exposing the hanging of a young college student, Trey Reed. And for some reason, authority has called it suicide right away. No investigation, no nothing. But it is led by the fearless Sister Krista Mohammed, new chairperson of the Black Panther Party. I have been following this lady. Y'all, this lady is boots on the ground. She is fearless. But anyway, the key details of the Trey, that's his name. Trey Reed is a 21-year-old Black Delta State University student. They discovered his body. His body was found hanging from a tree at the university campus on September 2025. Y'all, September 2025, we're still finding hangings. There was 2 hangings that day, you guys. Yes, it was one down the street not long from there was a white male. But we focusing on all these black hangings, y'all. Lynching. Since the year 2000, you guys, there have been so many black lynchings. But they always have said that, well, okay, well, they're suicide. Their ruling, right? The Mississippi State Medical Examiner officially ruled the death to be suicide. Suicide, y'all. Now, the public don't buy that. The family, the civil rights organization, and national figures, they're not buying that. We're calling for an independent investigation, says Sister Muhammad. She is on the case, right? This may be racially motivated. It's racially motivated. It's violent. According to the family member, he had broken bones, you guys. Broken bones, allegedly. Violence and skepticism given the historical content of lynching in the region. Now, lynching. Family of Black student found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. His family is demanding. The family is demanding a full investigation, right? So this student was at Delta State University, said they also had questions about the death of Trey Reed. Now, he's 21 years old. The authorities have said that they found no evidence of foul play, y'all. Wednesday, there were a few signs of the tragedy that befell the campus this week and disrupted the beginning of a new school year. Welcome back. And how these students was welcome back to DeMar Travian Trey Reed hanging. He is, like I said, a 21-year-old Black student. He was found hanging from a tree on campus on Monday. Reed's death has been ignited. Calls for justice and online speculation that he was a victim of something. They're in independent investigation is finding out that this young man had broken bones as well. Sister Mohammed, I've had the opportunity to be just on same scenes with her. I don't know her, but I know her work. She specializes in these cases. The new Black Panther Party is boots on the ground, and they are investigating the death of Trey Reed hanging. I also know that Sister Mohammed was in Douglasville with Brother Sykes on Otis Bird case. We were out and I was on the same scene with her out in Louisiana in 2020. I think that was a Ronald Green case. All these are police brutality cases, but this young man, Trey Reed, was found lynched September 2020. This is Sister Crystal Mohammed speaking with Willie D, leading the investigation on the death and lynching of Trey Reed, lynching in Mississippi, Cleveland, Mississippi. Miss Crystal Mohammed is the chairperson of the new Black Panther Party. Now she's pulling up, but she pulled up on a whole lot of other lynchings and anything that has to do with community service. She's there to help get justice. This is Willie D. by and interviewing Crystal Mohammed.
It's segregated. They have a black side and a white side. The white side is where they found Trey's body leaning up against the tree. His body, which separates their pickleball court, separates the white side from the black side. There's like a pickleball court, a tennis. They say pickleball, a tennis court, and then there's like a cafeteria. I guess it's neutral ground where everybody eats. And on the other side was the basketball court. It's the black side. It's like one little corner of the school. And everybody understands this. This is the protocol. This is the culture. This is the way it's been. Okay? Now, as it relates to this poor young man who was, as we know, lynched, I'm going to lay some facts out. This is not hearsay. Now, the police department now, the sheriff's department, they went to this young man's grandparents' house, because that's the address that was listed on his registry, at 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m., the morning that he was found. And they told his grandparents that he committed suicide and they found him in his dorm room. That's the sheriff department, the police department. Now, how's it go from the dorm room to him being hung from this tree? Now, unfortunately, they messed up big time. And this is at 9:15 a.m. Well, remember the news articles, they're saying that the white lady ran and saw him, was running, and saw him hanging from the tree. Okay, at 7 a.m. That's not true. Come to find out, it was cafeteria workers and other students, that saw this man, this young baby, on the tree at about 5 a.m. People were around taking pictures, all kind of stuff. Students know, other people know what happened, but they've been intimidated. People they're very close to what's going, have been threatened. It's a very racially charged situation that's causing this cover up. That there are those people who try to act like, oh, it's not like this or it's not like that. You watch them. They lying through their teeth. And I don't care if they're a politician or somebody in a suit. We have to watch those that are involved in this cover up of the lynching of this young man.
Why do you think that the police were so quick to call this a suicide rather than treating it as a suspicious murder death from the start, especially when you consider the fact that he got into a fight with three boys, not three, but I don't know what that number was, but he got into a fight with some boys the day before he was killed.
And that's why getting on the ground and fact finding means a lot, because the first interview when we came down here, We were trying to get all of the facts. And the facts are still coming, trust me, on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But the initial thing that was told to us was that it was a physical altercation. Now, that was not only a social media argument going on, there's a trail of it that's been covered up. There are multiple suspects in this case.
As usual.
And multiple suspects in this situation is students that are eyewitnesses. There are workers on campus that are witnesses. But the police and the Mississippi Bureau of Cover-Up, that's their job, not the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. Their job is to cover up these lynchings. And I'm gonna tell you what it gets down to. Because we've been telling you guys case after case after case. Well, people know what happened, but they say nothing ever happens. If I say something, nobody's gonna do nothing about it, because those entities that should do something about it, covering it up, the police are covering it up, the politicians are covering it up. They want to act like there's nothing to see here, people. Move around. Don't talk about that. Americans change. They have a political agenda. And they go around bullying people. And when people want to speak up, they're scared to death because the police and the so-called powers that be are trying to tell them, turn the other cheek. Y'all don't talk to those people. Be quiet. And they want to say something, but they're afraid because they're being intimidated by the same raggedy Gomer Powell police department that was so dumb to go tell 2 or 3 different lies.
You know, let's stop right there and talk about these lies. The lies, they have so many varying levels that, you know, it's really comical that it's like they don't even try to be consistent with the lies. They just like, hey, well, I'm gonna tell this lie, you tell that lie, you tell this lie, I'm gonna tell this lie. It don't even matter because we know nothing is going to be done about it. How do the people that live in Mississippi, and in particular the people that live in this in Grenada, what is murder happened? I do believe murder happened.
Well, the murder happened in Cleveland, Mississippi. Trey was from
Grenada. Trey is from Grenada. My bad. So it happened in Cleveland, Mississippi. So how do people in Cleveland, Mississippi, in Grenada, Mississippi, all of Mississippi, and these other small little ass country ass backwood ass towns, even in Texas and in Alabama and Georgia, how do people in these?
Hey, this is Trey Reed Cousin speaking out. He's talking about how the school is historically basically white. Delta State University basically has a lot of racism above him, but he's saying that his cousin was found bruised up and broken bone. This is from March Lynch. Let's just see what
this story could have gone just by the wayside, like many others.
What's his name? Jayar Jackson. Mr. Jackson, this who I'm taking this from. Trey Reed Cousin, facts, checks. Mississippi police, they can't hide. It's strange that the other news report said that there was no broken bones. How would they know? But this family knows. This family says that in that autopsy report, he had broken bones and bruises.
They're very similar to it. Let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. It was a tragedy happening down at Delta State University down in Mississippi.
The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. 1, that is my cousin. 2, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their policemen. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. Just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms were broken, and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math.
They saw the cousin of Trey Reed, who was found apparently what seems to be violently hung from a tree down in Mississippi on the.
So this is Jaguar Jackson. That's who this is taken from. You guys have to go there to see the rest. But that cousin is speaking out. He said that there is some foul play that they trying to hide. That this boy was bruised up and had broken bones. This is Trey Reed. Trey Reed family seeking independent autopsy and investigation into his death.
And now to news developing out of Mississippi, where a coroner's office is maintaining that there is no evidence a young black man was attacked before he was found dead on the Delta State University campus.
Now Trey Reed's family is ordering an independent autopsy. Now, a warning, some of you may find the story triggering. The 21-year-old was found hanging from a tree on campus Monday morning. The coroner says a preliminary exam shows no signs of broken bones or assault. The Reed's mother told local reporters that she questions what happened to her son. She says she spoke to her son Friday and he was excited to attend the university. The family says the school has not reached out to them and they're getting information secondhand from the media.
As we move forward, we're just looking for answers that a simple camera on the university's campus will answer.
We are so concerned about what's going on. We're getting mixed information. We're hearing everything on the media. So we just want the truth. That's all we're looking for.
Reed was a first-year student and had only been on campus for 1 month when he was found dead. Authorities initially ruling this a suicide. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is leading an investigation into Reed's death, though. He says Trey Reed was deeply loved and respected by those who knew him, and added Reed's family and the campus community deserve a full independent investigation to uncover the truth about what happened. We cannot accept vague conclusions when so many questions remain. The NAACP posted an image saying a man was lynched yesterday in a post about Trey Reed. The organization expressed skepticism that there was no evidence of foul play in Reed's death and wrote, "Our people have not historically hung ourselves from trees."
To focus.
All that Southern Territory. If you're in Alabama or New Orleans, you're not.
So this is Crystal Muhammad, Mississippi lynching. This was over 7 years ago where she had boots on the ground. The new Black Panther Party chairman, Crystal Muhammad, they were boots on the ground again, and Willie D covered the story. I think this man's name was Mr. Jones. This lynching been less than 10 years ago.
The thing is that Willie Jones, we know and confirmed, was a victim of a lynching. This is a series of lynching. We were dealing with another lynching in Port Gibson, Mississippi, which is an hour west of Jackson. In 2015, his name was Otis Berg. Now, Otis Berg was found hanging in the backyard of a white family in which Otis Berg had did 26 years in prison for allegedly killing this white family's a lady in this white family. So after Otis Berg did 26 years in prison, which he always said he was innocent, but he still did 26 years in Angola. He got out of prison, he got a job, bought a house, was renting a house, had just won over $100,000 at the casino. Now all of a sudden, Otis Berg, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation wants us to believe that he left his house, which had plenty trees around it, and went down the street and into the backyard of the family of the young lady he went to prison for and hung himself 15 feet in the air with a bag on his head and a rope around his neck. A rope around his arms tied. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation said that was a suicide.
It lets you know that the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations is in on it. They got Klansmen running wild through there. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation ain't fooling no damn body. But the thing is that how do you get relief when you got an attorney general who is a Klansman?
Well, you can see again that was 7 years ago, you guys, and the work hasn't stopped. Please, you guys, y'all need to donate to the new Black Panther Party. But again, that was Mississippi lynching 7 years ago, Mr. Willie Jones. That's who that was. And she talked about Otis Bird, too. She was on that case. Also, she was on that case, I remember, in Douglasville, Georgia. Mr. Sykes, when they couldn't even get a news cover when Mr. Sykes was found hung in Douglasville, Georgia, and the new Black Panther Party, boots on the ground, along with, don't forget, Ozone and Brother Jackson's community. They all got out, you guys. They got out and say, hey, we want justice for all this lynching. All this lynching has been rude suicide.